Hello everyone, myself Mrs. Ketki Bhoyer from Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Engineering Management and Research. I am from Department of Computer Engineering and in continuation with the first video of week 1 for International FDP on Environment and Sustainability organized by Dr. D.Y. Patil College of Engineering, Akudi. Today, I'm going to present the week 2 subject specific environmental awareness video on the topic of environment and sustainability issues for software engineering. So these are the week 1 video details. This is the YouTube link. And in week 1 video, I have described the different aspects in which software engineering is related to environment and sustainability. Also, I have discussed about software process development in view of satisfying the sustainability issues. Now, regarding today, we are going to see a different issues to take care while developing a software. Now, as we all know that software is developed using a software development lifecycle. In today's world, computing devices are extensively used by all for many purposes. They consume lots of energy even though they reduce energy consumption. Computers are used extensively while developing the software. So, we are going to see some basic phases of software development lifecycle. The phases are requirement analysis, then defining, then designing the software, then coding or implementation of the software, then testing the software, deploying that software at the user's end, and then maintenance of the software. So this process is continuous when we develop any software. Now we are going to see some of the issues to take care while developing a software. So the first point is we are going to discuss all the points one by one. First point is optimum utilization of resources. So while developing the software, optimum utilization of resources should be done, like the resources like the human power. Mostly when dealing with the phases of software development lifecycle, when the requirement analysis is done by communicating with the clients. So whenever we are communicating with the clients, a paperwork is usually done. While designing phase also, the paperwork is usually done. Before implementing the software, a lot of planning and working on how to build the software is usually done. So using the papers or minimizing the use of papers that we can follow here while development of the software, digitization can be used. Nowadays actually not much use of the papers is done in many IT industries. All the things are digitized, all the things are maintained digitally, but still wherever we can minimize the utilization of the papers, we have to do that. Then resources like multiple PCs, computers, softwares, communication devices, such many of the things are utilized, and efficient utilization of such software is expected to maintain environment and sustainability issues. Then next is avoid the paperwork wherever possible. Then optimum utilization of power. We should try to work offline wherever we can. It is not always the case that we require internet every time 24 by 7 to work. So we can utilize the energy, efficiently by not always working online. We can work sometimes offline also, and whenever required we can post or upload our work online whenever we get it online. Then according to analysis, software is extensively used by all of us for commercial and non-commercial purposes, and it is controlled by various entities. The total energy consumption by the use of ICT is between 5 to 9% and is going to increase annually by 6 to 9%. In India, The existing facilities have the energy performance index ranging from 230 and 310 kilowatt hour per meter square per year. The greenhouse gas emissions is estimated to be 2.8% in total global emissions, but as usage of ICT can also reduce the emission rate by 15%. This calculation is on consumers who use these ICT devices, but energy consumption levels can be further reduced from the current levels if we apply green software development lifecycle. The existing green based software development model, namely green reference model, it usually focuses on the three phases of the process, and the phases are development, usage, and end of life. The next is developing the algorithms with lower time complexities and higher accuracies. Whatever algorithms we are building to build the software, to build the solution to some kind of problem statement given, then their time complexity should be lower. If the time complexities will be lower, we will get the faster response, and our application or the software that we are building will utilize less amount of energy as compared to the higher time complexities. The more your program will run, the more utilization of the resources will be done, and the more energy will be utilized, and hence your program or the software will no more run efficiently. That's why we should follow these things, that we should develop the algorithms which are having the lower time complexities but with the higher accuracies. That should be our goal. Then next is maintenance of the machines that we work should be done regularly. The maintenance should be done regularly, because if the maintenance of the machines that we work on, if it is not done regularly, then there will be a need of replacement of the machines very soon. If by maintaining properly, if we can use those machines for more 10 years, then if we are not doing their maintenance, their life will be just half, it will be the 5 years. So this is just an example that I'm giving you. If the life is half, then there will be a need of replacement. Need of replacement means development of a new model. Development of new model means working in the industries, producing some more and more e-waste. The same thing which you can prolong use for more 10 more years, you are reducing the life of that thing, and you are creating an e-waste for the 5 years most 5 years more, which is not a disposable. You are buying many new things, but what are the remaining, what are the old things we are using for? We are just throwing them and creating an e-waste. So this should not be the case. Use of air conditioners should be reduced due to the emission of the gases. When we are using air conditions in many industries, almost in all offices and in all institutes, in all companies, air conditions are on 24 by 7. Industries are working 24 by 7. So we should use air conditions only when they are needed. Due to the gases they emit, they can disturb the environment and they can pollute their surroundings. So we should minimize the use of air conditions. Like if the environment is already cool, if the temperature is not so high, and if there is no need to utilize those air conditions unnecessarily in the offices, we should not utilize them, and we should use the energy efficiently. Then next is ecological balance should be maintained. The main ecological concerns of the trade are the crisis of global energy. According to the World Energy Outlook 2010, the age of cheap oil is over, describing increasing power prices. And for the past 30 years, while per capita electricity consumption in the United States has increased by nearly 50%, California's electricity use per capita has been nearly flat. Continued progress in cost effective building and appliance standards and ongoing. Due to the fast increasing IT demand, energy utilization of IT is also a needed for investigation. The long-term energy efficiency strategic plan calls on the Commission to develop a phased and accelerated top-down approach to more stringent codes and standards. It also calls for expanding the scope of appliance standards to plug roads process. Computers contribute significantly to energy consumption in the commercial sector, particularly in office buildings and schools. In fact, The US Energy Information Administration's analysis of miscellaneous loads suggests that 70% of commercial notebook and desktop energy consumption occurred in these types of buildings in 2011. These assumptions include the rising IT role in power administration and technological developments. The next is green IT principles should be implemented. Green IT is defined as the study and practice of design, developing, using, and disposing of computers and peripherals and servers effectively without affecting the environment. Greening through IT, conversely, is the center of attention on how IT may create a wider range of additional civilization sectors for further sustainable IT application field. In a wide sense, computers are everywhere and consist of both specialized and generic systems. This report focuses on uh, computers that constitute significant loads in buildings and specially investigates the energy efficiency opportunities in five broad computer form factors: desktops, notebooks, small scale servers, thin clients, and workstations. While the number of tablets in homes is increasing, the energy use of these products is relatively low, and the saving opportunity is minimal due to existing battery charger regulations and market pressure for achieving the high efficiency in enhancing the battery life, which can have main impacts on economic and the social at the worldwide, which makes ecological and power issues of software worldwide concerns. Next is producing energy aware software designs that we discussed just now. Energy aware software designs should be there nowadays in market. That is the need. Then next is sustainability should be included as a parameter while assessing many future projects. We have so much parameters while assessing many of the future projects. Sustainability should be a compulsory parameter that should be included in the evaluation rubrics while evaluating any of the future projects. Then we must pay attention to green computing while developing the software. Basically, we should develop a green software which is energy efficient, which satisfies all the sustainability concepts, and which is environmentally sound. Such type of software should be developed right now, which should be known as the green software. So there is a need to propose a brand new green software development life cycle. And I would means some of the author has proposed, I came across a author so who proposed a green software development life cycle. So this green software development life cycle majorly focuses on the three phases of the process, which is called development, usage, and development of the life. So the existing model for the green software engineering, it does not consider the requirement, design, coding, testing, and implementation phases of SDLC. In order to achieve green software engineering, the entire software development process should become green. Then and then only we can achieve the green software development design, green software development lifecycle. Thank you. This was all from my side.